Hello, this is Clarissa Pace, Executive Vice President Gold with myecon Incorporated. Happy holidays to you and yours. Listen, I'm excited that you're taking this opportunity to listen to what we have to say. This means that someone was so excited about their personal financial progress that they did not want you to miss our holiday special. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to stay tuned as I share more information about wealth creation. I'm excited to share this because for 11 years, my husband and I have been on this journey. And in those years, we have actually increased our cash flow by over $1 million. Well, we don't want you to miss that opportunity with you and yours. Therefore, stay tuned to the rest of the story, and we'll tell you just how you can change your life forever. Our company is an 11-year-old debt-free technology-driven company based in Atlanta, Georgia. The owner of the company is Mr. Ivy Stokes, a multimillionaire, and the co-founder is Mr. Alvin Curry. Both of these gentlemen have taught us the concept of thousands of families how to implement this concept into their lifestyle and have helped all of us create over $300 million in increased cash flow. See, what we want to do for you is to teach you how to have personal financial success. When we talk about personal financial success, we're actually talking about how you and your family can live a comfortable lifestyle from your current situation and for your future situation. See, every family ought to be able to have the things that they need or they want in life and be able to pay for it. Every family or individual should be able to travel when they want to. And certainly, you want to be able to travel for real in 7-day vacations and not 3-day, 2-night trips. And then everybody ought to be able to retire and not change their testimony. See, you've got to realize that in order to retire with the same type of lifestyle, you've got to have at least 12 times the amount of your annual income in some type of income producing asset that will replace your income while you were working, but it won't change. See, what we get caught up in is what we call the 40-40-40 situation. We work 40 years for 40 hours and we live off of 40% of that income. Ask yourself this question. If 100% of my income is not working for me now, think about if I don't implement a strategy years later for my retirement and I have 40%, I'm truly going to have a situation. Let's take a look at it. The tale of two countries is what we actually live in. One side of the country experiences great wealth. We are the wealthiest country in the world. And as Americans, we account for 25% of the entire world's wealth. And then we have 536 billionaires and 7 million millionaires in this country. But let's take a look at these statistics. 8% of all Americans are struggling financially. And yet we live in the wealthiest country in the world. 69% of the Americans have less than $1,000 in their bank account. There's no savings account and there's no emergency funds. And then we have only 4% of Americans that attain personal financial success. So why are so many people struggling in the wealthiest country on earth? I'll tell you, because the real truth is one country with two tails. Somebody missed the memo on how to create wealth for them and their family. And here's what we deal with. The obstacles in the way of us producing personal financial success is number one, inflation. You take a look at it. In 1962, this hamburger is 20 cents. In 2011, this hamburger is 99 cents. In 1962, these Levi jeans are $5. And in 2011, they were $50. Now we're 5 years down the road. How much do these products cost us now? But here's the situation, people. Our income does not grow as fast as inflation. So as inflation is growing at least 10% on all products and services and goods that we have the opportunity to enjoy, our income is not outgrowing inflation. So therefore, it leaves us in a deficit. Our second situation is high taxes. Taxes happen to be the greatest expense that each of us will experience in this world. We have federal taxes, we've got state taxes, we've got to account for FICA, Social Security, Medicare, hmm, real estate, and property taxes. And in some cases, individual taxes on everything else. So let's take a look at what that looks like. For an easy number, we make $40,000. We get taxed up to 33%. That's a deduction of about $13,000, and we're actually living on $27,000. Then we have to live. So annually, we add up the cost of our mortgage, our rent, our lights, gas, water, utilities, all of the amenities of life, how we have to have our insurance, our health insurance, our car note, and everything else. And by the time we deduct that from our gross income, we are in a deficit. Or we've got to go and get ourselves in what? In debt, which is another problem because 30 to 50% of our income goes to debt. And when we cannot pay that debt, what happens? We end up with bad credit. Bad credit puts us in a situation where now, when we go and obtain things, we're paying a high interest rate. It gives bankers the opportunity to give us a higher interest rate than they would with someone with good credit. And so our last situation is inadequate saving and investing. That's right. People don't have money laid aside for emergencies and money laid aside for their retirement. Let's take a further look at what is credit? It's telling people that you want more debt. Hmm. We happen to be concerned about good credit and how we want this credit to actually buy us a home, buy us cars, and run up charge cards. But in essence, take a look at it. It's based on all of your credit score is based on how much debt you can obtain in your life. And so what it really is, credit means more debt because we don't have enough cash flow to take care of the things that we want or the things that we need. Why not learn how to leverage that credit to create wealth? Let's take a look at how myecon does that for you. We give you a solution. Our personal financial success system is about implementing our 3 smart cash flow strategies. The first strategy is income shifting. The second strategy is business income. And the third strategy is passive income. Let's take a look at each one of them and how they work. Income shifting strategy. We got to take a strategy and put it in place that's going to give us a greater increase in cash flow. And see, most Americans have at least a third of their incomes taken out in taxes. So we've got to address your greatest expense first. We want to shift your dollars from taxes to a positive cash flow through 2 methods. That's right. I said positive cash flow. And let me tell you the difference between negative and positive. See, a lot of people that may watch this video says, well, hey, my cash flow is not negative because I make $100,000 a year, I make $200,000 a year, and so on. But it is negative because if you've got more outflow than you have inflow, then that creates a negative cash flow. So we're going to start with the taxes, and we're going to help you create positive cash flow. Number 1, through correcting your tax withholding form if you have a job. And number 2, by giving you a home-based business and showing you how you can maximize business deductions. Let's take a look at each. Let's look at correcting our tax withholding form, also known as the W-4 form. 80% of all employees have too much money withheld from their paycheck for taxes. That's right, the government wrote a letter in 2005 that told us that $40 a week too much could possibly be coming out of your paycheck if you do not adjust your W-4 form properly. So what that means is employees actually lose money and they have nothing to invest which means they lose their return on their money. So what we must do for you is show you how to maximize your take-home pay and use some of it for investing or for eliminating debt. Now here's a very picture or a picture of page 1 and page 2 of the W-4 allowance worksheet. This worksheet right here that we are referring to is ignored by most people who have a job. And then most people actually don't put anything on this worksheet because the myth is you should carry all zeros, or that you should carry exemption for 6 months and then complete it properly the other 6 months, and you're working some type of tax strategy. Well, that's a myth, and that will leave you in trouble with the government, especially on the exemption, because most people do not qualify. But what this form does tell you in the corner here at the very top, and it's an IRS form, it tells you that you should complete this form each year, or you should take a look at it when your circumstances or your situation changes. What could that be? You could get married, you could get divorced, you could have children, your children could grow up, your income could increase, or the government could change some of the rules to taxes. So you need to complete this form the way that you complete your tax return. And what happens on page 2, if you're an itemized tax filer, you can estimate your taxes annually and you can get more money back into your household. What does that mean? That means that you have more money to pay down debt, to live an enhanced lifestyle, take care of the necessities of life, and it decreases your tax return during tax season. Oh my God, I'm not going to get a big tax return? Of course not. That's not even smart. If you take a look at your 1040 form or your 1040A form, you're actually going to see that you overpay them. That's your money that you're giving them all year long that draws no interest on it. And hopefully you will have enough deductions and exemptions on your tax return to get some of that back. So why not get some of that money back right now? Personal testimony. Because my husband and I lived on this myth, we were losing $800 a month because this worksheet was not properly completed. Guess what? When we completed it properly, we got $800 back into our household, which therefore gave us $12,000 a year that we could do something different with, okay? At 2, okay? We're taking a look at the second way that we help you starting at taxes. We give you a home-based business, and in that home-based business, you position yourself to over 475 tax deductions. Much of the expenses that you incur as an employee would be allowed as a deductible as you operate your home-based business, either part-time or full-time. Let's take a look at 3 different categories of tax filers and how it works with IRS. See, the W-2 worker is actually taxed 25 to 33%. The small business owner is taxed at 15%, and then the investor is taxed at 10%. What does that mean to you? It means that if you have a job and you are making, say, $80,000 a year, or combined with your family, you're making $80,000 a year, you create $10,000, $20,000 worth of tax write-offs, then that's going to lower your taxable income, which means it's going to lower your tax rate. Okay? So that means that you have increased cash flow that you can do something else with. Let's take a look at those potential business deductions. In myecon, we talk about at least 7 common tax deductions that you can perfect, starting with your vehicle. As an employee, you cannot write this off, but as a home-based business owner, you can write off mileage, 57 cents and a half per mile. You can write off the maintenance and repairs that go along with your car, parking tolls, and the interest on the loan for that vehicle. Let's take a look at communications. You can write off your internet service that you have at your home. You can write off a certain percentage of your cell phone. Let's take a look at travel. You don't have to go to family reunions anymore or hanging out with the friends. Go on business trips and turn around and write off the flight, the train, the bus, the restaurant, the meals and entertainment. Uh, you can write off the hotel and other things that go with your travel for that event. Then there's meals and entertainment. You can go out and eat as you operate your business with the intent to make a profit. You can eat along the way and you can write that off. If you go out and you create an event or entertainment, such as say you have a day with the boys and you're going to watch the Super Bowl. Well, what you purchased for that Super Bowl, you can turn around and write that off if you share your business opportunity in some type of way with your guests, and you can write that off. And I love to write off Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving, because as we're going to operate, we're going to share the benefits of this home-based business opportunity with our family and our friends. And so therefore, we get an opportunity to write off the things that are connected to that day. And finally, why not put your children in business with you as employees? So now the allowance that you used to give those children, you shift those dollars into tax write-offs. That's going to be better for the entire family. How are you going to do that? You're going to employ your children. I'm going to employ my children to do janitorial services. I'm going to employ them to be my administrators, to answer my phone, to clean up my yard. Things that they normally do, to take out the business trash and wash the business car. Things that they're normally going to do, but now they're going to do it for you because you are now a home-based business owner. And get this, you can write off up to $6,300 per child. And according to the publication, it tells us that we do not have to take out FICA or Social Security or Medicare on these children. Does that sound pretty good to you? That's what we do in myecon. We teach you how to do that legally. Now, what you need to understand is income shifting is about lowering or moving you from a high tax bracket to a lower tax bracket. Therefore, you increase your cash flow so you can do what? So you can pay down debt or eliminate your debt and invest. Let's take a look at an example. In the event that you created just $600 extra a month from the strategies that we've already shown you, let's look at what could happen. That would be $7,200 on an annual basis. You could invest that at 8% rate of return. In 15 years, that would be $208,000 in compound interest. And in 30 years, that would be $895,000. Doesn't that look better than throwing that money away by not adjusting your W-4 and by not lowering your taxable income? Well, let's take a look at another example. How about taking your $600 and paying off debt? So for our example, we've got a $17,000 car. We add the $600 and create a new payment. Pay that car off in 15 months instead of 32 months. Then you turn around and take $8,000 on that credit card. Pay it off in 6 months instead of 78 months. Take your mortgage, pay it off in 79 months instead of 360 months. So let's look at what that does for you. That actually eliminates over $200,000 or $225,000 in 8 years and 4 months, therefore creating a cash flow of $2,545 monthly back into your household. You see, it's a win-win situation. You strategize on the money that you're already making so that you can make money in the future. I'll tell you more about that at the close of our presentation. Let's take a look at our second strategy. Our second strategy is our business income system. Yes, we are a home-based business, and we give you an opportunity to move from limited income to leverage and residual income. See, on limited income, that's a job, and that job tells you when you can vacate, tells you when you can get sick, how much time you can be with your family, and it also tells you how much money you can make. So we give you the opportunity to experience leverage income. We give you a world-class business system. And with that world-class business system, you get a financial success membership, which includes income shifting strategy. That's right. We actually teach you financial education. That is our number one product. Then we give you a cash flow manager software that's actually going to show you or how to organize and actually organize your tax records, and it will actually organize your entire cash flow in your home by our budgeting system. Then we give you an identity theft protection program. This program insures you up to $1 million in the event that your identity is stolen. We give you free and discount legal services. We give you discount travel and corporate perks, plus additional discounted products and services. Let's take a look at those discount products and services. You have the Identity Defender. This is residual income for you. What you get as a member, you get a chance to offer to your family and your friends. All you simply have to do is refer them. This is not going door to door. We're affiliates of these companies that will generate you residual income. So you also get a chance to share your cash flow manager. You get an opportunity to share credit restoration. We have an awesome program. I'm sure you could think of 2 or 3 people right now who needs their credit restored, and you get paid by just simply referring them to your website. Then we have travel. We are affiliates of Priceline.com. I'm sure you have heard of them, but as an associate, you get paid. Then we have nutritional and health products. On one of the products here, I had the privilege of losing 95 pounds for taking it. All right. And then finally, we give you the Cashback Mall, which is your very own free shopping mall. You can share it with others. It's free to enroll. All they need is an email address, create a password, go shopping at some of their favorite stores and get cash back. Plus many, many more opportunities. So let's talk about how the money is made as a home-based business. Okay. And this is simply an opportunity for you to create extra income, but there's no pressure. You can do it part-time or full-time. But here we go. When you enroll in myecon, you are a marketing director. You introduce this financial success program to 2 people, and you increase to an executive vice president. When you do that, you receive up to 100% matching bonus pay on everything that is done in your website. Then you build a team and you get paid from the activities of your team up to 85%. Let's take a look at it. Now that you are an executive vice president, that means that if you introduce it to your 3rd person, you make $50. You introduce it to a 4th person, you make $50, and so on. Well, what happens when these people are excited about what it is that they have done and how they have recovered financially? Well, they're going to tell someone else. And every time they introduce it to others, you're going to make $25 to infinity, which means anywhere on your team, you get paid that $25 as long as they're in your base shop. Now, the other advantage is for every base shop member, every 7th base shop member, you can receive up to $850 in bonus pay. That's pretty exciting because you could take just $850 a month and make a significant difference in paying off your debt and making or creating investments. And finally, we give you the opportunity to build residual income when each one of your team members continue to be active members of the team. You can get paid up to $10 a month. Let me tell you how that works. Our highest level of leadership is Executive Vice President Infinity. That means that you get at least 800 people in business with you. You get paid $10 from their activity, all those 800, that's what? That's over $8,000 monthly that you receive in residual income. You do the numbers, and then you choose what it is that you want to do. Now, here's our final step or our final strategy, and that's passive income. getting pretty good to you right now, or it should be, because this is where we've been trying to get you all along. Passive income is generated by assets. You've got to create positive cash flow and enough cash flow to get to this point to where you can invest in stocks and bonds and real estate and other investments that will generate income for you without you working so hard. See, everybody needs passive income. If you continue to stay on that linear income or limited income, what's going to happen to you when you die? What's going to happen to your children? There's no legacy. And then if you retire, all you do is retire with a Social Security check. We want you to be better than that during your retirement. So we want to empower you as an associate to build passive income because we're going to teach you investment education. We do not have investment products, but we do teach you how to build investments with someone else, or you can do it yourself after we get through educating you. See, more people need more money and they need better financial strategies in order to reach personal financial success. If you are watching this video, then you are at the right place at the right time, watching the right thing. Because you know what? In order to have personal financial success, you're going to need our strategy in place. And we believe that we can help anybody. You may have a business already, but what about your personal financial success? Are you truly successful? Think about it. We believe that if you have a job, especially, you can offset what you are bringing home by lowering your taxable income and actually create wealth for you and your family. But you've got to have a strategy to do that. So it's your choice on whether you want to create a comfortable lifestyle or you want to become a millionaire. Whatever choice you make, it is actually easy to do with the strategies that we teach in myecon. So when you sign up today, this is what you'll receive: the personalized website, a world-class business system, and an online marketing system that will help you build your business. You get all of the perks of the financial success membership that I've already shared with you, and you get a continuous financial strategy training that we offer all across the world by video, by phone, or in person. So now that you have heard our entire information, I want to let you in on our holiday blessing. The normal enrollment fee for everything that I've shared with you would be $199.95. From December 17th to January 7th, we have lowered the price all the way to $4.95. And then 30 days later, you will pay $34.95 a month to keep up your website, your membership, and all of these wonderful tools that we have you to build financial success. Listen, I'm sure that after you have increased your cash flow by changing your W-4, by saving on your taxes as a business owner, $3,000 to $5,000, by taking that cash flow increase, paying off your debt, eliminating and minimizing expenses that you have incurred unnecessarily or unknowingly, by taking that cash flow and creating assets, that this $4.95 is just a piece of cake. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to decide out of one, two, or three. One meaning I'm totally not interested. Two meaning I need to think 2 or 3 days before the end of this special, or I need to share this with my spouse or my friends, whichever you choose. Or three, I'm all in. I want you to get back with the person that sent you this video and get started right away. Because you know what? After you get started, you can share this video with your friends and your family, and you can say, listen, let's change our lives right now. Let's change the way we have thought about money. Let's change the way we have talked about money. and let's put a strategy to what it is that we're making, and let's be different for 2017. I want to thank you for listening to this video, and I expect to hear back from you. And I also expect for the person that shared this video to hear back from you right away. We believe that if you listen, you need it, and you want to have a difference in your life for 2017. God bless.